Welcome to our channel, Sewing and Pattern Making Tutorials. Today we'll show you how to take your basic measurements, which is the essential first step for the entire pattern making process. So let's get started. To quickly and easily break down our measurements, we can think of it in this way. We need vertical measurements for length. These are simply the distance between each of the major horizontal lines on the body. We take the vertical measurements first because it helps us define the width. Here we're showing the horizontal lines. These are what determine our size. The intersections between these lines are what are important as we create our patterns in the later videos, so just keep this visual image in mind. For this video we will need our basic measurements chart, which is available to download for free at the link below, a pencil or pen, a soft tape measure, a safety pin, and a long ribbon. We'll use the last two as points of reference, which will help guide us as we take the measurements. To begin, we'll mark the top of the shoulder by attaching a safety pin to the shirt. This will allow us to see exactly where the middle of the shoulder line is, which will be a helpful reference as we take the measurements. Next, we'll tie the ribbon around the natural waistline, which is usually the smallest part of the torso. That's also a good guideline to help us as we're finding the other measurements. The first measurement we'll take is the neck to clavicle measurement. We'll start at the top of the pin where we mark the shoulder and take this tape straight down to the collarbone. Next up is the neck to bust point measurement. For this one we will also start from the pin at the top of the shoulder and we'll bring the tape straight down, this time bringing it to the center of the bust. From here we can also take the neck to front waist measurement. Keep the measuring tape exactly where it is and just bring it down to the front of the waistline, which we've marked with the ribbon. That is the neck to front waist measurement. Then we'll rotate to take the same measurement in the back. Place the tape measure on the safety pin at the top of the shoulder and bring it straight down to the ribbon to find the back waistline. This is the neck to back waist measurement. Next, we'll take the side measurement. Lift the arm and place the tape measure about 1 inch beneath the hollow under the arm. Bring the tape measure to the ribbon marking the waist, and now you have the side measurement. Next, we'll take the measurement for the armhole. Wrap the tape around the socket of the arm and bring it around to the top of the shoulder. This will be the opening for the sleeve. The next measurement will be the shoulder. Beginning at the very base of the neck, where the neck and shoulder join, take the tape over to the end of the shoulder bone. You'll want to make sure that you place it right at the bone and don't shorten it or extend past. We'll continue with the back measurements. For back 1, find the point of the shoulder bone, then bring the tape directly across to the other shoulder bone. Next is the back 2 measurement, and this begins at the base of the arm sockets, approximately midway between the back 1 and waistline. Just measure directly across the back. The next measurement will be rotating back to the front to get the front chest. This is basically on the other side of the back 2 measurement, again midway between the shoulder line and the bust line. Next up is the bust measurement. Begin by wrapping the tape around the body and bring it back around to the front. You'll want to keep 2 of your fingers behind the tape and pull slightly away from the body because this will automatically add a little bit to the measurement. We don't want to pull the tape too tightly around this area because that won't allow for a comfortable fit for the clothing that will be made from these measurements. The next measurement will be the bust distance. Take the tape straight across from the center of one bust point to the other. Moving on, we'll take the measurement directly under the bust, around the rib cage. Next up is the waist measurement. We've already marked this line with the ribbon, so now we'll just take the tape measure around that point. Now we'll take the abdomen measurement. Turn to the side to clearly identify where the fullest part of the lower stomach is. This is usually about halfway between the waist and the hips. Bring the tape measure around. Alright, from here we'll rotate to the back again to take the waist to hip measurement. Starting at the back waistline, bring the tape straight down from the ribbon to the approximate center of the back hip line. Next up is the waist to knee measurement. Take the tape from the front waistline directly down to the knee. We'll measure to just below the kneecap. Next, we'll take the hip 1 measurement. This will go around the widest part, just resting lightly on the hip bones. Moving on to the hip 2 measurement, we take this completely around the fullest part of the thighs. If there's anything specifically that you need to remember, just write yourself a quick note in the box so you can refer back to it as you're making your pattern. That's it! With these basic measurements, you can now easily create your own patterns or also order clothing online and know that it will fit perfectly. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments below and we'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.